Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Okay guys, I just picked up my Titus this morning on the account. If you're watching this video now, we've got a clan versus clan tomorrow and Titus will be worth a lot of points for you. So if you want to hold off and get some clan versus clan points, don't pull your Titus until tomorrow. But obviously I wanted to get some video action out for you guys to show some stuff off. First thing I want to show you is a budget clan boss team. For those people that are coming up through the ranks, want to get themselves to an easy clan boss team, providing you've got Titus and Wixwell, this is going to be the video for you. So Wixwell is a previous fusion, game-changing champion, all that type of stuff. But the rest of the champions I use here literally can just be like swapped in and out for a whole bunch of different champs. We could also do something with Brogni as well if you've got Brogni. So there's other options for this, but they're a little bit slim pickings. Still, honestly, like Titus just hits anyway. So if you've got ways to generate other shields, I'm going to try something tomorrow in a completely different style video, but Titus can just hit even without this kind of like shield comp. Anyway, let me show you what we're doing here. So I am going to be bringing in a speed champion. We're going to use Apothecary just because he's one of the golden oldies of the game. Apothecary, what's going on with the HP? He's losing health as I talk. What's going down? That's weird. I've never seen that before in this game. Right, so I've got him in a shield set. Ideally, you put him in a shield set, or at least you have 2 shield sets on the team is the ideal, because it makes it much easier. But 268 speed is what we want for our Apothecary here. I've got him with Giant Slayer, but honestly, could probably just go without Masteries if you're going super budget. We have got Hellborn Sprites as a buff extender. You basically want buff extenders that are on a 3-turn cooldown. So you see here, we've got a 3-turn cooldown. I don't care about this crit rate buff in my team, but you might be able to use it for yourself. So it's going to give you an extra 15% crit. Means you can build your champions with less crits. Makes it easier to do your builds. But ultimately, all we really care about here for Hellborn is this 3-turn duration to increase buffs. She also brings a weaken, which means we hit a bit harder. And this team, you're kind of struggling for these type of roles. So, you know, if you were switching out Apothecary maybe for like a Lydia, then you wouldn't need this. And you'd also be doing a ton more damage. So I'm going to show you, by the way. So there's definitely more options to improve. But anyway, get a nice little weaken out. So I've got her with War Master just for a tiny bit of extra damage and with an enhanced chance to place that weaken. I then got Anchorite, who's another one of these 3-turn duration buff extenders. So again, there's quite a few of them in the game, but this is the one I've chosen. He's given me crit rate and crit damage, which is a nice couple of buffs. Don't care about his healing or anything like that. I just like his buffs. I've got him in reflex gear, but again, you could throw him onto a shield set. He's running at 215 speed. So I'm not sure if I showed you the Hellborn Sprite speed. Hellborn Sprites are like 249. I then got Wixwell. So Wixwell is the Lord of enhancing shields. And on his A2 here, he's got the increases the value of all shields on all allies, which is his kind of like swan song insane ability at the same time as increasing the duration of buffs. This guy's a beast. Really helpful for us. He's also giving decreased attack to the boss, which is helpful as well. So yeah, Wixwell, super good. Got him with War Master on. We've got him at 250 speed. And then my Titus, I've built in a full like damage build. Now, I've gone budget. I've got no masteries on him. I did do the skills. You only need to enhance his A2 in books. I did not get lucky. I had to use all books to get my A2 on a 3-turn cooldown, but you could get lucky and just book out the A2, and that's all you need. Okay, otherwise, none of his other skills here make any impact. In fact, we're going to turn the A3 off. But yeah, super useful champ. Basically, I've gone for just a damage build on him. So 200 speed. I could have gone down to 70% crit rate. I've gone for defense and crit damage other than that, and that's all I need for stats. And obviously, I've got lethal and cruel gear here. It's a luxury. I don't need those sets, but it does mean I'm going to hit a bit harder. But yeah, let me show you what is going on. Okay, then let's jump in and show this off. So I do have a team set up. The clan boss actually switched over to Spirit Affinity, which just shows how flexible this type of comp is, because I don't even care if we move over. So what I've done here is I've made Apothecary open with his A1, and then he's going to use A3 when it's available. Anchorite open with the increased crit rate and crit damage, and then just use your A2. Hellborn Sprite, basically just first prioritize your A3. Wixwell open with your A3 and then go into your A2. And Titus, use the A2 whenever you can. I'm even thinking about it. I probably should have just put Titus in Reflex gear to use that A2 even more often, or Merciless gear. Merciless gear would have been even better. So definitely some improvements on what I'm doing here. But this, don't forget, this was the budget version. 2 rares, 1 epic, loads of replacements for any of these guys. But we do need the Titus and the Wixwell to make this happen. Brogni can be used instead of Wixwell for a different type of comp, but you would still need 3 buff extenders if we had a Brogni one, and that would be a different team altogether. But yeah, you can actually look for old Brogni teams that I've done in the past, and they would still work for this type of thing. So I can start on auto, which is great. What's cool here is Wixwell will apply intercept across champs on the team. So after we get through a few rounds, no one can be stunned with the stun hit anymore. And basically what's happening is we're applying all of these buffs on our squad. The buff extenders are keeping the buffs moving higher and higher, so we don't ever lose those buffs. And all of these buff extenders are just kind of like making sure they loop up and up. The more buffs we've got on our team, the bigger the shield growth from Wixwell. So even with Wixwell taking a stun hit, it doesn't matter. We're going to be absolutely fine. But you can see I've got 2 shields. I've got the shield from shield sets, and I've got the shield from Wixwell. Both of those are being extended with the Wixwell ability to basically do, in a little while, crazy damage. So you'll see already with this type of like, what, maybe 75% shield I've got so far, you'll see that he's already going to be doing big damage. And it only grows and grows with each time Wixwell uses his A2 ability. So, yeah. And now you can see, because we've got intercept everywhere, we're now blocking the stun. So at this point, we're just going into shield growth. And I guess I'll let it run for a little while. And then I'll bring you back in when the shield's kind of grown a decent amount. And you can see the sort of damage this cheeky beefcake is doing. He's almost done a mill already on turn count 7. I wonder how quickly we're going to get to a 1 key, or if we even will get to a 1 key with this budget team. Answers down below. I'll bring you back in when we're chugging along a bit further. Okay, I'm 5 minutes 30 into the run. I know we don't always do runs anymore because it's like a fast hit, but I'm just curious to see how quickly we actually get it done. Old school. So nearly 6 minutes in, Wixwell continues to do his beautiful shield extension. Almost my whole HP bar now. 6 million smack. So by the time he smacks one more time, it's going to be the 1 key on Ultra Nightmare done in this super budget team, honestly. Like, crazy budget team, provided obviously you've got these 2 champions. Crazy, actually. Like, absolutely insane. No marshes on this dude. He just goes in and gives them a slap. 7.2 mil. And yeah, so basically a 6.5 minute 1 key on the worst affinity to fight. We don't even care about the affinity. We're just smacking people into the ground. No problem. And yes, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. This is your ticket to easy clan boss rewards. So yeah, you can see here, this is a 77 mil cruise, absolute cruise. I'll let it run to the end just so we can see what sort of hits we're doing towards the end. But yeah, absolutely mental. can actually see the damage numbers are starting to decrease, which means that the clan boss now is hitting us harder than we're able to grow our shields by. But still, I mean, it's super easy, like so comfortably over a 1 key with my build, which should give you some confidence even with lesser builds. You know, in this sort of budget setup, you'd still be able to get this done when he's still smacking for around 6 mil at this point. So yeah, I'm over double what I needed with some end in sight, which is cool. So that's going to be my hit for the day. I'm also just interested actually to see what happens if we go quick battle. Once we've got that 1 key in the bag, does it understand that this team is unkillable? 314 mil, bam. Titus with the 290. Yes, it does. And then obviously normally I wouldn't do 2 keys once I've done 1. So I'll show you that it will just roll into Nightmare as well with the same squad. Probably do like 500 mil or something crazy. 750 mil. And that's your easy 1 key done for Clan Boss non-stop. Now, if you're unsure whether you've got champions that can help you out here, I love using these filters now. They're so good. Literally go into other effects, go into positive, and then look for increased buff duration. So you'll see a bunch here. There's also somewhere on hellhades.com which does this probably even more effectively than what we've got in game, because it will give you the sort of duration times. So you can come to hellhades.com, just come down the right hand side here. You can see instance, increased buff duration. These have been tidied up recently, but you can see here again all of the different ones in the game. So these will give you all of the increased buff duration stuff. But yeah, in game I can use the same thing. So if I'm like, I want to upgrade what I'm doing in my team, I would look for someone like Mikage or Corvus the Corruptor, who's also going to give us some poison damage and a more consistent decreased attack out there. Krisk, who's like an absolute beast, he's also going to put decreased defense on the enemy when he's hit. So anyway, there's a whole bunch of them. There's also some more like budget ones that you might already have built. But yeah, ultimately, you just need those 2 things: Wixwell, Titus, and GG Clan Boss. Anyway, there you go, guys. I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you later.